October is here and it's a biggie. Here are 10 of the biggest PS5 games you should be checking out this month. Hey everyone, Aaron here from Push Square, and we have got some real big hitters as we close in the last few months of the year, some of which are my most anticipated games of 2025. Now before we get started, if you like the content that I make here at Push Square, which centers all around the world of PlayStation, I'd really appreciate a quick sub. And as always, to cover my own back, release dates are subject to change. It's happened before and it surely will happen again. But anyway, let's see what October has in store for PlayStation 5. We're kicking off the month with a full-blown PS5 exclusive in the form of Ghost of Yotei. This is a sequel from Sucker Punch Productions and pits players in the shoes of a revenge-seeking onryo called Atsu in 17th century Japan. The Ghost series is taking on an anthology approach with a brand new setting of Ezo, which is modern-day Hokkaido, hundreds of years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. You can obviously expect the gorgeous return of those vibrant visuals, but Yotei is hoping to improve not just its combat, but also its open world, with more dynamic events and less repetition. The combat with its various weapons looks very cool and very cinematic, as you would expect, and it looks like Sucker Punch has cooked once more as we awarded the game a 9 out of 10. You can check out our full review, obviously on the Push Square channel, but if you want to go in as blind as possible, Yotei launches on the PS5 October 2nd. Little Nightmares 3 arrives on PS4 and 5 on October 10th. This is a kind of side-scrolling pseudo-horror series where you play as Lo and Alone as they search for a path out of nowhere. You can play the game in solo with an AI companion, or for a first in the series, you can play an online co-op with a friend. Like previous entries before it, Little Nightmares 3 has this fantastic aesthetic that utilises scale and lighting to a brilliant degree. As someone that hasn't actually touched on the series, it kind of reminds me of Inside from the look of things. Hopefully it's keeping things fresh though through its co-op platforming and keeping up that spook factor. It looks kind of eerie like that. On the same day, Battlefield makes its comeback with Battlefield 6. This entry sees the return of a campaign and a modern military setting. Having played about 20 hours of the game across a preview event and the beta, honestly, I can't wait for this one, man. It's going for those Battlefield 3 and 4 vibes for sure, but now we have obviously far better graphics and this tactical destruction which can see the faces of buildings crumble on down. It's super cinematic and that sound design is insane, as it has always been with Battlefield. But I don't know, this one feels like a biggie. The hype is certainly there, and at the time of recording, we've still to hear anything else about the Battle Royale mode, but it sounds like a full-on shooter experience. For the sake of all Battlefield fans out there, including myself, I really do hope that this is the one. I thought I'd mix things up a little bit by including a PSVR 2 entry here. Reach, which is due to drop on October 16th, is a self-proclaimed groundbreaking cinematic action adventure from the people that brought you Synapse, which to be fair is probably one of the best shooters on the PSVR 2. From the gameplay revealed so far, there's a real focus on fluidity with its platforming and shooting gameplay. You'll jump, grapple, slide and climb your way around a mythical world, utilising multifunctional tools to not just climb but also fight. I don't think this looks as enticing as Synapse, but InDreams really knows how to craft up a great feeling VR game, so there's that to look forward to. Ninja Gaiden 4 is a brand new entry in this iconic series, bringing back high-octane hack-and-slash gameplay. This game introduces a new protagonist of Yakumo, a young ninja prodigy who will get mixed up with the big man himself, Ryu Hayabusa. Team Ninja is aiming to push veterans of the series to the limit with its exhilarating style of action brought to life with modern consoles. However, for newbies coming to grips with the way of the sword, Ninja Gaiden 4 will feature adjustable difficulty settings and a customizable experience. But that actually does work both ways, so you can give yourself the most grueling challenge possible if that's what you're into. Nobody's judging. Ninja Gaiden 4 drops on PS5 October 21st. I feel like I've been hearing about this one for ages, but Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is finally dropping on PS5 on October 21st. You play as an elder vampire awakening from your century-long snooze with a mysterious detective voice in your head that'll act as your guide to 21st century living. Hunting your way through Seattle, you'll navigate a supernatural war between vampires whilst investigating a cold case from 100 years prior. This is an action RPG mixed with noir murder mystery. I've only ever actually played the Battle Royale Blood Hunt from this franchise, so maybe it's time to try out one of its single player offerings. The Jurassic World Evolution series is back with its third entry. If you're unfamiliar, this is a park management simulator where you must safely contain and display your collection of deadly dinos, all whilst entertaining those paying customers. You'll construct impressive attractions and enclosures, nurture your dinosaurs, and manage the chaos of your day-to-day operations. This entry is introducing juvenile dinosaurs for the first time, along with advanced behaviours to enhance interactions. It also sees improvements to construction options, including a new terraforming tool that allows you to create mountains and valleys. You can manage your dream dino park when Jurassic World Evolution launches on PS5, October 21st, popular date this month. From Arc System Works, Double Dragon Revive is the return of this iconic arcade beat-em-up series. This entry, which is brought into the modern era with a new graphical shine, is set 15 years after the end of a nuclear war where survivors have built colonies and the power is held by a gang called the Shadow Warriors. Brothers Jimmy and Billy clash with the Dragon Warriors, beginning a beat-em-up saga. With 4 different characters to control and waves of enemies to hold off against in a variety of levels, Double Dragon Revive is keeping hold of that classic side-scrolling gameplay. You can go back to levels to try and get the perfect run, and there are over 50 additional mission types and extra modes beyond the campaign, including extermination and defense modes. It's coming to PS4 and 5 on October 23rd. Obsidian is making a return to its humorous sci-fi world with The Outer Worlds 2. The way that I see this one is it's basically what a lot of people loved about the first game, but now with a much bigger budget to not only expand the experience but also improve things like traversal, gunplay and graphics. I played through the opening prologue and really enjoyed the feel of the game, and the RPG choice-based stuff seemed to be very much at the centre of its experience. I was always put off the first game because I thought it looked kinda cheap. I know, I'm a graphics snob, but it does mean that this one has certainly gotten my attention. I'm looking forward to checking it out when it drops on PS5, October 29th. Easily my most anticipated game of the month, and probably the year, is Ark Raiders. This is a PvPvE extraction shooter from the finals developer Embark Studios. Across a PC preview and PS5 tech test, I've sunk over 30 hours into Ark Raiders already, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the full release. This is a third-person shooter and certainly not for everyone, but I think Embark is onto something really special. It's got this great post-apocalyptic aesthetic, but the sound design is really what takes this one to the next level. It's properly cinematic and immersive, and you'll spend just as much time listening to the world as you do looking out for dangers. I just love the dynamic storytelling that it allows while you scavenge with your team, avoid other real players, and of course the leaping Ark machines, all in the hope of returning home with more great loot. Ark Raiders drops on PS5, October 30th. And that's it for October, but which of these games will you be picking up? Let me know down in the comments below, and while you're there, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more PlayStation video content just like this. But anyway, that's it from me, so until next time, I've been Aaron, this has been Push Square, and thanks for watching.